My lord,
Yes, shaman.
my lord, many of these men have brought gifts, riches for you.
I have no need.
My lord, many of these men have risked their lives to refuse to accept
My
these
good
gifts.
shaman, you are not chief. Your rank does not allow you to inform me of which gifts I must accept. And let this be clear. My eldest daughter isn't going to marry you. Father, I beg you. Not now and not ever. They are so unranked and they are not worthy of me.
But I, my lord, I have much to offer. You and I alone come from the same ancestors. I speak to the spirits and protect us from their anger. I am the greatest magician in the land.
I don't question your worth to our tribe, shaman, but you are not chief. Mind you, my daughter and I have no equals here, and she will not marry you either.
For many seasons, we have listened to your words. Still, your daughter has no warrior, and soon she will not give you grandchildren.
Even you realize this is not the truth, shaman. She is still young, and it is written in the stars that within a year's time, I will have a grandchild. A boy who will change our world forever, fathered by the prince of his highest rank. But he is not among us this night, so farewell, shaman. Sleep well, my people. A good year to come to this.
He's a fool. Wrapped tightly in a blanket of forgotten ways that he can no longer see nor hear. Dare he mock me? As shaman of the Nisqually tribe, I vow on this night that no living man shall ever marry the chief's daughter. Let it be written in the stars.
From that moment on, the chief rejected anyone who asked to marry his daughter. Far and wide came the families of politics, strong men, hoping they were the ones the gods had predicted would soon arrive.
But in spite of their requests and promises and gleaming treasures, the stubborn chief turned them all away. Again and again he refused to honor their rank.
And as the months went by, the three sisters remained alone. That is, until the great tragedy occurred in the village. The shaman was found dead in his bed. And as his body was removed, many tribes spoke of the curses brought upon the chief and his family months before.
But it was that night, the night of the black moon, the season of the witch, that a wondrous event took place.
Dear sister, you must relax.
I cannot believe Shaman is no longer on this earth. He was a powerful magician. Shaman would have made a cruel husband and be glad that he is gone. Be still, it is bad luck to speak of the dead in such a manner.
It is true. Shaman was the only regular parent of his father. He was our father.
You should not say such things.
I do not lie. Father was afraid of Shaman.
Father was worried about Shaman's power.
None of us will ever find happiness while we live in these walls.
Let us run away while the night is black.
You think like a child.
I am a child. How I cried when Shaman's body was placed in the great house by the sea. He was so strong, like a tree.
Shaman is immortal now, won't survive.
Did you know you can see his great house from the window? Look, how beautiful it is. The moon dancing on the water. I wonder how it must feel. Do you not?
How was it?
He's dead. Do you see that? What do you see? The moon is in the ocean.
There is no one in this. Yes, what could that be?
Fire in the sky. The house is burning.
No, not with the shaman's tomb. The fire
The
comes
sea's
from-
on fire.
No, not the sea. It is torches. Many torches light the night.
Canoes. Hundreds of people in canoes with torches. It is so bright I cannot see.
Their names become the shore.
What do you suppose they wanted?
The three sisters continued to watch as strange people from a different land made their way into the village of Nisqually. The chief greeted them, and soon they saw their father was introduced, a young man, dressed in a fashion none of them had ever seen before.
The chief led the young man to his home while the others stayed on the beach. About an hour had passed, and soon their mother entered the sleeping quarters.
Oh, princess,
Mother, what has happened? What are the strange ones want?
you, my sweet child.
I do not understand.
The prophecy has been about this very night. A rich prince from another land brought the entire village. That's for your
must come tonight, or my heart will be broken. My village passed the horizon halfway through tomorrow. A beautiful place where the snow never falls, the fields never brown, and laughter and love are like flowers after the spring rain.
My princess, just as it was written in the stars, you chose the one that's come, and I have given my consent to you to marry.
Your beauty and good soul do not remain oceans, my princess. I first loved you, and I was under your great heart and gentle wisdom. We were destined to become one. There was no other for either of us.
Their wedding ceremony, the greatest in the history of the Nisqually nation, lasted long into the night. Hours before sunrise, the prince, his new bride, and the villagers set sail into the blackness, continuing to sing with great joy.
Out into the ocean they rode in their canoes, their torches lighting the way, until they disappeared over the horizon, just as the prince had promised.
This is your new world, my princess.
It's so beautiful. Their clothing.
Does something bother you?
Oh no, it's just that I've never seen a village like this before. It's very beautiful, like a strange and wonderful dream. I've been ready to discuss this too, my friend.
Perhaps you know how to live life more than the world you've known.
What has happened to the sun? Why does it look so strange?
That is not the sun, my love. It is still dead of night.
But even at night, why am I able to see so well in the dark?
You are the magic, bringing the light into my world. You are clean now. All the treasure my people gave your fathers, and you the wonderful gift you have to offer them, the gift of life. Come, Shaman, the marriage dance. Sleep now.
I will enjoy it. It's like a dream woven by a great and powerful spirit. When did I finally come to this world?
Never. They may never come, and you may never leave.
Never?
I will explain later, you'll understand. Come, this will be done. Come, Shaman, bless the marriage ceremony.
When the young princess awoke, the sun was no longer in the sky. Her heart and when she discovered her handsome prince had become a skeleton, as the withered bones beside her.
The beautiful world she witnessed only hours before was now the land of the dead. Endless numbers of bones and skeletons were strewn about as far as the eye could see. She knew her only hope was to leave this place.
So the girl picked herself up and tried to run, but in the blackness of this afternoon she was disoriented. She could see so in the night, but was near blind in the rays of the sun.
But in her panic, she became careless, and the more upset she got, the less respect she paid for the dead. She stepped on them without thought, breaking bones in two, knocking arms from socket, breaking knees and ankles at their joints.
She strode along blindly, crying, until she
this. Please, Screechot, you must take me with you to my father, mother, and sisters. You'll be rewarded with great riches. You look, child, but you do not see. You listen, but you do not hear. You may never leave. No! You are needed here. So does riches. Your only source is what? You will. You do. You must do but one thing. Sleep, and make free. Wait, they wait. Come, it will soon be day. No, it will soon be night. Tell them to run forward. Feel the keep their feet forward and live their lives with more. Listen, they don't know, stand the living. And it is your destiny to put their queen. No! You must! You do not know the full truth. Then tell me, Screechot, what is the full truth?
I told the prince she'd be by your side, Screech Owl. What other creature would find someone to keep her company this night?
My brain! My love!
Your husband, what has happened to you?
You're nearly wounded him fatally this morning. His neck snapped in two and his arm shattered when you tossed to his side. You're careless, selfish. You nearly murdered hundreds in the village, endlessly kicking out their skeletons. You don't bring life, you bring death. You shall spend eternity in pain and suffering.
No, shaman. Listen to my words. With you and the prince you tell the girl where she was going to house with the monkey. There's no one to answer that but yourself. Please, your husband, I didn't know. Forgive me. The prince will recover. Will take much time. You evolve with impossible beauty. Your real mission. Tell me, Screechot, what is my real mission? My queen, you are my child.
9 minutes pass quickly, and as your husband recovered from his injuries, the new bride learned to love the people of Goshen, and they to love her. That is, all but one spirit.
He had a secret hatred for the girl he loved in life, because he knew she would never be his and his alone. His hatred grew as tall as the glaciers, so great and evil that on the very night that the girl gave birth to her child, he had a plan to banish them both from Ghostland. No one could love her. He could not.
A child, newly created life without history to remind us.
Yes, new life which has never experienced death.
It's so amazing.
Yes, true life, but not a ghost. And when his life is naturally over, what then of his soul? And the soul of his children, or his children's children?
What are these words, shaman? Explain yourself.
The child is not one of us. He will neither be of our world or theirs. And after generations and generations of his descendants among us, it will eventually be the end of all who know to be true. We will cease to exist and reside only on the lost souls of the land of the dead. This I perceive. The child coming into Ghostland marks the end of our nation, our heritage. So it is written.
What shall we do, Great Shaman? Tell us.
Before any infection occurs, the child and his mother must return to Earth. If we delay, our world will drift into nothingness.
We cannot ask this or a prince.
We must.
So it is written.
Understanding the concerns of the village, the prince, the young bride, and the healthy baby boy sailed back to Earth. On their journey, the girl held her infant tightly, crying softly. The family wept tears of happiness at the prince's return, but the prince only stood beside her quietly, knowing that these were to be their last moments together.
And as she placed her baby boy in her mother's arms, still wrapped in the blanket, the child was welcomed into the world of the living.
He's so big.
She will make a fine warrior, a great and powerful chief. Mother, please allow me to hold him. Other nations will fear his power and his army. I promise my sister so great.
No! The boy is not yet either of yours or mine. He is sterling ghost spirit. He must not be met for 12 full days.
Why is this so great, friend?
If the boy has been met before that time, he becomes I my people forever. Please, be gentle with his young life. Keep him as he is.
You are a good man, Prince. More than I. You kept my daughter healthy and my grandson away from harm. Thank you. The sun is not far from our eyes. It is almost time.
I shall miss you so, my princess.
The prince went back to Ghostland, leaving his princess behind. 11 days soon passed quickly.
Is he not peaceful? And he doesn't even cry when his mother is not near.
He'll be very tall, as his father said was to be. He has grown over the last 7 days.
He sees with the eyes and hears
cannot imagine.
I can. His eyes will shine with power and wisdom. All will sense his strength.
Where's your sister? It's late.
The sun still shines in her eyes, and her sister will be thirsty.
We mustn't wait any longer. Father is hungry at this hour. Go prepare the evening meal.
At that moment, the princess began to feel ill. She struggled to return home. Day became night.
Great, shall hear me! Why in the world would go to tell my husband that his wife and son must return home? You murdered my child and took the life of my soul! The two of us are no longer in this world. My true one is coming for me this night. There's you shall never feel my love again! I will go back to the safe and loving arms of my only family. I have no hope here! You're all dead! You're dead! That is your ready!
My dear queen, I'm so sorry.
Oh, great shaman, my little boy, my only child.
The people will pay great price for their actions. The prophecy has been destroyed.
Prince,
When the child was uncovered, he felt the icy wind from the land of the dead.
Liz the dead.
All of Ghostland leaves your young one, my queen. The prince is waiting for your return. I am to bring you, but the child cannot go with us.
What?
The true dead are not allowed into the world of the ghosts. Your child has no soul, and his bones must remain here on earth.
My child will come with me. The Prince of Muncie has done innocence for one last time.
There is no soul, you fool! Dead will not get right until they are but dust. We leave this instant.
Stop! I've spoken with the prince, shaman. I told him all after the truth matter.
Out of my way, I must take the princess.
Where to? Where might he possibly take this mortal with a prince will never find her? He's not taking ghost answers. No, he takes you for himself.
That is a lie. We shall have you banished and burned forever.
Fool, you were once great and powerful, but evil destroyed your soul. You are now weak. With your words, your evil caused the murder of the little one, and now you shall be destroyed. You are condemned to the land of the dead.
No!
Will experience no love, no light, no thought. Perhaps after 1,000 years you will be born to this earth, where you may repent of the evil you have caused. Now be gone!
Mother, father, she is still here.
My child.
That's your father. I forgive you. Do you hear that? What do you hear? It is not the wind, nor the moon, nor the clouds floating overhead. Then it is something.
Yes, it is there. There's a special one to do.
Warm, light, dancing in the morning mist, snowflakes.
Star shapes, something very deep. Then there's those great birds, owls.
Flying across the fields, and they like a rose tree.
The boy is not dead. He is not what I am, a ghost. Death on earth is only to pass through a door from one world to the next. And because Shabi robbed one of his years he was due on earth, our child will now grow into a man on the other side, and there he will rule with power and respect when it is his time.
From that moment on, no living creature has ever been able to travel to Ghostland.
No one that is but this creature will continue flying there
And teachers, you should take your classes back. We have about 20 minutes left to the period. Thank you very much.